Hey guys, Kira here, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about my exhibition project, Ashes to Beauty. So this project, we've been working on it for a couple months now, and our focus was to do something to represent Ashes to Beauty, and that could be anything we wanted, as long as it stayed within that general theme. I chose to do a video with a spoken word over it. And it definitely turned out much different than I anticipated, but it was really fun. And one of the really cool things about it was that back at the Wise Gathering in May, the Scotland base showed a really amazing spoken word video, and I was very inspired, and I thought it was amazing. And I said, okay, I want to do something like that. It's amazing. And then the opportunity arose to do something for the exhibition. And so I thought, okay, I can do a spoken word. And with spoken word, it's more poetry style. And so I would sit down to write it, and just nothing was coming. I couldn't think of anything. I couldn't write. It was so forced. I was trying to sit and just kind of put words on the page. But I just couldn't get anything. And so one day we had some time, so I just went to a coffee shop. And I was sitting, and I was like, all right, I need to do this. I need to get it done. And so I just kind of started writing. And what kind of just flowed out of me, so flowing out of God's heart, was just this story. And it definitely took the form much less of poetry and more just kind of a story with a timeline. And more almost about my own personal story and my own, walk of realizing how God sees me and who He says I am, which is still a process of learning my true identity. But it was amazing, and I was sitting in the coffee shop, and I was almost in tears because it was kind of just flowing out of God's heart. It wasn't me writing something creative. It wasn't me forcing some kind of poetry. It was just God sharing His heart with me and me being able to write it down on the page. And that was amazing. And then I had two of my friends, Mark read the part of God, and then my friend Madison read the part of the girl, so basically of me. And just getting to hear them do it and record their voices, and they did such a good job, and I was so proud of them. And I feel like I did so little on a project. I feel like so many people put in for me, and then my amazing friend Rocio did the sat, and I was just blown away by her acting skills and her willingness to just do something that I think was kind of outside of her comfort zone. And it was amazing, and it came out so good. And then so I posted it on YouTube and shared it on Facebook, and it's gotten like 48 views, which is crazy to me. Like, that's not a lot, but for me that feels like a lot. And then just even like my mom was really even encouraged by it, and she asked me if she could share it on her Facebook. And an old staff member, April, even asked me or didn't ask but commented and said, "This is amazing. Like, this is great for sharing your heart. You guys are doing great things." And so it's just amazing to see something that was just a project to be done, in a sense, and then just something that I wrote just kind of out of my heart and out of God's heart, that it touched so many people. So that was amazing. And I'd never, I've always played on iMovie. I think it's so fun to create Yule videos and stuff. So, that part of it was really cool, just to get to see more of the details of how iMovie works, and to get to go in and be exploring some of the editing software. And Antonella was showing me, one of our staff was showing me just some different ways you can tweak things to change the volume of things. And because I had different environments for my two speakers, so one of them was a little bit more quiet and muffled, and the other was a little bit louder, so I could adjust the volume to make it sound like one solid thing through. And she even adjusted it so that there was a really cool transition. And it was actually Antonella who gave me the idea for the video, because I didn't really have an idea. It was originally going to be a lot of blocks of clips, because it was going to be more poetry, spoken word type thing, and that didn't seem like it would work anymore for a story. So Antonella came up with the idea to have it kind of slowly pan in on someone who's sad and depressed, and then pan out, and it's a little bit brighter and lighter and happier. So it was amazing. I feel like I could take so little credit for this project, because I had so many amazing people who helped me. But so it was really cool. The only thing I think that I would have changed, I think it would have been really cool, unfortunately at one point, and this is on me as well, so it's not, it wasn't really you guys, but I wish I could have seen how some of the editing happened, because I left a lot of my excuse me, editing up until the last minute. So that was on me. Excuse me. But I would have liked to have seen how some of the more of the process worked, how we got from point A to point B, from idea to finished product. And I think it also could have been really cool to see, like on Saturdays and things, or when we had like creative time, to do even just like workshops to figure out, okay, you want to come learn how to use iMovie better, come learn how to use watercolors. I just think that'd be really cool, like in the future, just to have just have an opportunity to get to learn, because there's so many things that I would love to learn, and I'm in the process of learning, and I just think it'd be cool if we could get together and have some time to work on those things as a group, and people who like know what to do and how to do it better to kind of teach us. So yeah, but I thought this project, it was really fun, and I was really I'm really proud of how it turned out, and it was cool to see how many different facets of the same Ashes to Beauty, and how many of the 9 of us, so many different ideas and hearts came out of it, and so many different themes and creative ideas, and it was so cool to see that. But yeah, so it was really cool, and I would love to keep doing creative stuff like this. I think it's really fun, and I love writing, so I'm gonna keep writing stories. But yeah, it was amazing. So thank you guys. Bye.